So, let's get into it. Let's talk about my day off yesterday, which was an odd day off because it wasn't my normal day off. Usually it's Thursday, and this week it was Wednesday. We did a lot. It was actually quite a busy day. So I went out and I ran errands. By the way, I hurt my back. And it must have been I wrenched my back in my sleep or something, because I didn't lift anything heavy. I didn't do anything strenuous. But as I was going to sleep on Tuesday night, I had big shooting pain in the left side. Usually I have it in the right. It was the left side of my shoulder blade all the way down my back. I was like, what is this? This really sucks. And so I went to sleep. I woke up in the morning yesterday and I was like, oh my God, I'm in like excruciating pain. My back was killing me. So I must have wrenched it or something in my sleep. And it sucked because I had planned to actually make a trip to the dump. We have some stuff really accumulated in our garage, odds and ends from around the house and stuff. We were going to throw a bunch of stuff out. And I couldn't go. I'm like, there's no way I can go today because my back is killing me. This would be bad if I hurt my back even worse, going to the dump. So we didn't do that. Instead, I just kind of did grocery shopping and stuff like that. Basic stuff. Outside of that, things that we did together and outside of the normal realm, my wife was like, it's been a while, and our carpet in the bedroom is pretty gross because every once in a while, I told you about this, that earlier in this week, Jasper Kitty had woken us up vomiting all over the floor in the middle of the night. It happens sometimes with a cat. Sometimes cats just barf for whatever reason. Their stomach gets upset. They eat something. They fall on the floor. They're, a piece of fuzz or something they're not supposed to eat. It upsets them, and that's it. So our rugs in this house are white. Of course, we never would have picked those, but that's just what was in the house when I bought it. So when Jasper goes bleh onto the floor, it makes a stain. Now we clean it, but it doesn't permanently really go away. It's like always slightly off. So my wife says, why don't we do a full carpet shampooing in the bedroom? And I said, that sounds like a good idea. It really needs it. So we do it. So much dirt came out of the carpet. All right. And we've done it. We usually try to do it at least once a year if we can. I think we did it about a year ago. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just completely off in my head. The water in the actual carpet shampooer was black. Okay. And we emptied it out in the bathtub because you're not going to put it anywhere else. The bathtub clogged because there was so much dirt and dust and hair in this water. Okay, I had to get like liquid plumber and pour it down. I had gloves on. I'm like trying to unclog the toilet or the drain in the tub. It's so disgusting. And basically what happens is when you do this, big clumps of this dirt and hair come up and leave, like they sit on top of your carpet. So I was walking around with slippers on this soaking wet carpet, picking up these clumps of really gross yuck and throwing them out with paper towels. But a funny thing happened. So we've always had this long storage ottoman, all right, at the end of our bed. When I first moved in here a decade ago, the ottoman it kind of matches our living room couch downstairs, which is a sectional. It's the same material. It looks the same. It was meant to come as almost like a set. And so when I moved in here, I always put that ottoman, I put it at the bottom of the bed, the foot of the bed. The problem was I didn't really measure. And having that ottoman there's just not a lot of room to walk between the ottoman and then with the dresser that we have against the other wall in the back of the bedroom. So it's kind of narrow in there. But I just always left it there. And the funny part is I remember distinctly when I first got the ottoman, I was like, oh, this is going to be perfect. I'll be sitting on this all the time getting dressed in the morning, and I'll use it for storage. But because of the positioning of the ottoman, you basically never use it. It just sits there for looks, but you never really use it for anything because there's not a lot of room. So my wife and I moved the ottoman into the hallway to do the shampooing of the carpet, and we realized something. We're like, this is really nice in the hallway. Like this, it's a perfect thing you put against the wall. The hallway's wide enough that it doesn't make the hallway super narrow. You sit on it like, oh, this is nice and comfy out here. It's actually a nice little resting spot right in the middle of the hallway where you can relax. And we opened it up. We're like, we don't really have anything significant in this thing. We can start using this for storage now. And then we go in the bedroom. Now the bedroom is just way more open because it doesn't have a giant storage ottoman blocking the walkway through the bedroom. It feels way more open space. You're like, why didn't we do this earlier? Because, you don't think of it. It's just, it's just always been there, right? It's been there for a decade. You don't think to move it. And you move it like, oh my God, like this is way better. So we had a little bit of, moving stuff around. Like, this is pretty neat. So we did that. We had a lot of housework yesterday. We had a lot of cleaning of the house, different various things in the house, vacuuming, scrubbing, yada, yada, yada. Nothing too exciting for you guys to hear. But the funny part is, so my wife is looking for a game to play right now. Okay, now she only has the Xbox Series S. She doesn't have a PS5. So she's like, maybe she would have played Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, but she doesn't have a PS5. So that's not, in the cards. What's she going to play? And she's been looking for other games. Last week she tried Tales of, what the fuck was the latest Tales of game? I can't even remember the name of it. She tried it. She wasn't really impressed after the first session. She's like, nah, I'm probably not going to go back to it. Kind of boring. And she didn't like the fact that in that game, they don't tell you the, it's Tales of Arise. Okay. They don't tell you, like, how difficult enemy parties are. Like, for example, when you're playing Like a Dragon Infinite Well, every enemy party has an indicator above its head. Is it blue, red, pink? How hard is it? And it even tells you if it's a mini boss, so you know ahead of time. In that game, they don't tell you shit. So you could run into an enemy that's way higher level than you and just instantly trounces you. It's like, wow, great, now I lose progress. Right? Or I have to restart. It's just I agree, like, that game, it's fine, but it definitely, it adheres to a lot of old tropes of JRPGs that modern convenience has surpassed these, and the game doesn't have them. Like, it ignores the fact that we have progress in JRPGs now. So, anyway, basically, she didn't like it that much. So she's not going to play that. She's looking for different games. So she went onto Game Pass and downloaded a bunch. She downloaded a Forza Horizon game. I don't remember if it was, I think it was 5, because 4 and 5 are both on there. She's never played one before, but she wants to see if maybe she likes the open world exploration and the graphics. She actually downloaded Monster Hunter Arise. And I told her, I said, listen, Monster Hunter is a fine franchise, but just to forewarn you, Monster Hunter also has this really installed, like, learning curve. If you haven't played a previous Monster Hunter game before, you're going to need a guide to explain all these different crafting systems, and the game can be played 700 different ways depending on the weapons you use, and really it's meant to be a co-op game, not a solo game. It's not as fun solo, but she downloaded it. I don't know if she's going to check it out, but get this, the first game, because she downloaded like 3 games at once, the first game that downloaded, Power Wash Simulator. Now, I actually tried Power Wash Simulator on Game Pass over a year ago. I only just did the first stage, and I thought it was fun. I was like, this game is the most simple game you've ever seen, but it's relaxing, and it's stimulating. And for someone like me, this is the kind of game that I could probably do this and then interact with my audience. We could have Power Wash nights where we talk and hang out, and it would be like a chill stream of me doing that, right? So, people didn't really ask for it. Like, after that, I presented, I said, I would love to do this. What do you guys think? And everyone was like, no. So I never did it. We never implemented it, okay? But she starts playing it, and she's like, wow, like, seriously? This is the most relaxing game ever, right? So basically what happened was she turned it on, and she was playing it. We were talking and hanging out and having a good time, relaxing and having conversation and stuff while she played the game. That's really what the game is. It's something you do to like occupy you and relax you while you're just kind of doing something else. And it was really good, like, no exaggeration. I think she beat the first 2 stages and started the third, or got really far in the third. I don't know. But, a few hours where we were just hanging out, and she's doing Power Wash Simulator, and it actually ended up being very relaxing, which is good because it took my mind off that my back was killing me last night. Or, yesterday. So, anyway.